of his minutes. Hopefully our backup guys have to do a good job and spell some time while these guys are sitting down.
Thanks, Coach.
Okay.
The head coach of the Wizards, Eddie Jordan, second quarter getting underway. Brendan Haywood is back. LeBron James will get a rest. Delonte West has returned for the Cavaliers, who lead it 27-22. Joe Smith with the shot. Rebounded by Caron Butler. Well, Reggie, they played one game in this series plus one quarter. They've already had name calling, trash talking. It was heated. It was physical in game one on Saturday, and they have picked right up on that note here tonight. Mason, yes.
Well, and Roger Mason was very tentative in game one. He felt that he was kind of deferring to Gilbert a lot. I saw him in the hotel, and he says he's going to be very aggressive coming out in game two.
Made that promise to you in the hotel
lobby.
Yes, he
did. Yes, he did.
Joe Smith. And Ilgauskas not able to reach over for the tip. You and the Czar get so much information just hanging around at the hotel. It is just unbelievable. Foul on Ilgauskas. The basket counts. And Haywood will go to the line.
Nice hands by Brendan Haywood, and a better pass by Darius Songaila right here. Gets the ball between Haywood and Big Z, and he takes Big Z up with him for the and one. This is tough to do.
Haywood a 74% free throw shooter. The three-point play by Haywood has tied the game at 27. 5 unanswered here by the Wizards to start off the second quarter. Marv Albert, Reggie Miller, Marty Snyder are at the Q in Cleveland. Game 2 of this best of 7 opening round series. Cavaliers took game 1 here on Saturday. The runner by Gibson, rebounded by Butler.
Right now the Cavs on a 5-0 run. How long does Coach Brown leave LeBron James over on the bench?
Oh, as Haywood trying to spin, he's tied up by Smith. He walked right into Joe Smith, and that's a jump ball.
It was very interesting. There were 5 jump balls in game 1, and the Cavs won all of them. I don't know if, you're just putting the ball out to try to get jump balls, but that's kind of odd in a basketball game to have 5 jump balls.
Sometimes circumstance with the toss. Well, this one is regained by Washington after Cleveland did win the tip. Stevenson draws the double. Songaila, yes.
Excellent shooter Songaila is. He really stretches the floor right there. Good move by Stevenson. Pick and roll, or you should say pick and pop. Nice 10-footer.
Darius Songaila played his college ball at Wake Forest out of Lithuania. Member of their national team for several years. This Brown getting down low and then pops one on a fadeaway, kept alive by Smith, and he's fouled. Foul on Songaila.
This is what you want to do on the offensive glass right here. Joe Smith attacking it, kind of going over the back of Songaila. But Songaila does a good thing. He doesn't let Joe Smith go up quickly to get him to the free throw line.
He went for the wrap-up, and now Smith will depart. Varejao back. 2.5 gone by here in the second. Wizards with a 29-27 lead off the good start to the second quarter after Cleveland finished with an explosion. A bad pass by Brown. Here comes Mason. Rejected and fouled. Look out. Kevin Brown shaken up. Brown with the block and the foul.
And I really thought Caron Butler did a good job of giving the ball up a little bit too early. I think if he could have held on to it, maybe another dribble, it would have been a wide open layup for Roger Mason. But Devin Brown coming out of nowhere right there. So you really have to make that lone defender guard someone. And right there, Caron Butler didn't. He gave the ball up too soon.
Mason at 87% free throw shooter. 1 of 2 at the line. Mason out of the University of Virginia and struggling at the line here tonight. Originally a second-round pick of the Bulls. He played overseas in Israel for a couple of years. His stepdad, a running back for the Washington Redskins. Remember, Otis Wansley. That's my fact for the night, Reggie. That's it.
That's it?
I have nothing more.
Close shop. Let's go home.
That was pretty good. 8-0 run for Washington to open up this second quarter, all with LeBron on the bench. And shoots over Stevenson. Rebounded by Ilgauskas. Nice play, able to keep it alive and score.
And that can't happen if you're Brendan Hayward. You've got to be able to keep the man on your back, go up, and preserve the rebound.
Wizards up by 1. And off the deflection, last touched by Mason. So the ball back to the Cavaliers.
Well, first it was Joe Smith on the offensive glass, and then the big fellas, Zydrunas Ilgauskas. The shot goes up. He does a good job of using his length to get the easy putback.
You're excited.
Don't be afraid to trust your teammate. Don't be afraid missing a shot. Don't be afraid giving a hard foul. Don't be afraid of taking a big shot.
Yeah, I think Eddie Jordan ran down to the Cavs locker room and gave them the same speech because both teams are delivering hard fouls. And when you're in a playoff atmosphere, you can't be afraid, to pick up fouls here or there because you know the physicality of the series. Both teams don't like one another. Everything's been said in the paper, but you've got to be able to deliver hits and send messages. And I like what Eddie Jordan's saying. Don't be afraid, guys. We got a deep roster here.
And the quote that really stands out is Sean Stevenson saying LeBron James overrated. Charles Barkley calling the Wizards the dumbest team in the history of civilization for calling out LeBron James. Here's the steal by Butler. Daniels rejected by James.
My goodness, this game is being played above the rim.
And a foul is called before the shot attempt.
Ron Butler with a nice steal gives it ahead to Antonio Daniels, and out of nowhere, the King has arisen.
Foul was called on Stevenson, and then things went back and forth between LeBron and Deshaun, leading to several explosive quotes, one which we will show you in just a moment. Shot clock down to 7. Varejao. Post up by Anderson Varejao. And all the chatter between these two teams goes back to a Wizards win over the Cavs in Washington back in March, a game that we broadcast on TNT. And Stevenson had done a pretty good job on LeBron in the final minute, drawing a charge, got a hand in the face of James. Nice touch by Jamison when LeBron missed a potential game-winning 3. Lots of talking that night, as we recall, from both guys. And Stevenson at the time said that James is overrated, a comment that he repeated just before the start of this series. And that got it going. And then remember Gilbert Arenas saying as Ilgauskas takes to the rim, it counts, and the foul. He gets the call. To add to all this, Gilbert Arenas, who writes a blog for NBA.com, made the point that he feels everybody wants Cleveland in the first round.
And if I'm the Cavs, I say to myself, well, bring it on. It's not really a rivalry until Washington beats them in a playoff series.
And then shortly after the comments by Deshaun Stevenson, Deshaun saying he's overrated. You can say I said that. And after that, LeBron said with Deshaun Stevenson, it's kind of funny. It's almost like Jay-Z responding to a negative comment made by Soulja Boy. It doesn't make sense to respond. Now, Soulja Boy does have, one major hit, and that's the point, as Butler comes up with a second field goal. Of course, Jay-Z has had extraordinary success. And Reggie, as you know, my talking about rap music would be like the czar, Mike Fratello, talking about French literature. Varejao with his second field goal, and the Cavaliers now lead 36-34.
Well, you were listening to Soulja Boy as you were coming over to the game on your iPod.
I have the entire collection.
The entire one song.
Oh, now you're taking a shot. And I'm told he will be courtside as Jameson scores as a guest of Deshaun Stevenson for one of the games when the scene shifts to Washington.
The only thing I can kind of compare this to is I remember when these Cleveland Cavaliers signed Gerald Wilkins, and he was supposed to be the Jordan stopper as the Drunas slice up an 18-footer. And you kind of like that when your center can pick and pop and has range. You know, Gerald Wilkins in the 90s was brought here to guard Michael Jordan in those hotly contested Chicago Bulls Cleveland series, and Michael just lit him up. And at the end of it said, well, I guess that's your Jordan stopper, huh?
Although Gerald had a couple of decent games.
I don't remember
against
it.
Michael.
I don't remember
as a member of the Knicks. Here's Gibson for three. Daniel Gibson from downtown. So the Cavaliers now lead 41-36. Standing ovation for the Cavaliers. As you see, Boobie Gibson fire and hit from downtown as we listen to Soulja Boy.
Mass Navy, accelerate your life.
Good run here by the Cavaliers since LeBron James re-entered. There's the head coach of the Cavs, Mike Brown, in his third season here. Spent 3 years with the Wizards as an assistant coach and scout from 1997 through 2000. To recap the Cavaliers season, they went 0-7 without LeBron James, sidelined by injury, also sat out the last game of the season. The Cavs, part of that blockbuster three-team trade involving Cleveland and Chicago. LeBron became the Cavs' all-time leading scorer, only his fifth season. They won 8-10 in their final 18. That's why people have been questioning the trade overall since the trade that brought them Ben Wallace and Wally Szczerbiak and Delonte West. 15 up and 13 down. They've had their ups and downs this year.
Well, and they've slipped in their approach to their defensive categories. Points, field goal percentage, three-point percentage, and they're at the bottom half on all their offensive ranks as well. Points and field goals and assists.
Gilbert Arenas back in, and he lost it. Here comes Gibson. Moving on the backpedaling. Daniels got a hand on it, and Gibson moves it out of the paint. And here's it from the crowd. A smart play by the second-year man. Gibson and Szczerbiak now in the backcourt. Here's Szczerbiak for three. And it went over the top of the glass. Getting back to the Cavaliers season, they were hurt by the holdouts. Sasha Pavlovich, Anderson Varejão's had a tough year dealing with both his parents, recovering from heart surgery, ankle problems, missed the first 21 games because of that contract holdout. Arenas is fouled. He was hit by Szczerbiak.
Well, and also you wonder, how does the Cleveland Cavaliers score if on defense they're giving up points and on the offense they're near the bottom? One thing that they do well, they offensive rebound well, and they get second chance points with a number one in both areas, as well as having the second best player probably on their team in LeBron James.
Jameson coming up short. 136 Cavaliers. This after the good start to the second quarter by Washington. Shot clock to 6. Szczerbiak. Yes. 8 points for Szczerbiak. He's hit 3 of 5 from the floor.
And these are all pluses for Mike Brown because he can afford to leave him out there when he's knocking down shots like that.
Daniels for 3. Good job by Jameson. Kept it alive. Butler. Well, he surprised Watts with that pass.
Well, you like the intensity by the Cavaliers right now. They're getting deflections just about on every basketball, but Gilbert Arenas, you're wondering how the knee is. 0-4, 0 points. We talked about at the top that he was going to have to be productive in his limited minutes for the Wizards.
Arenas switching off to James. See LeBron backing up and shoots. Rebounded by Bloch. Arenas pulls it up. Yes. That is his first field goal.
Like you said, 3 minutes left into the first half, and he scores his first bucket. But you're only down by 5.
He missed his previous 4 shots. Butler got a piece of it. Able to keep it alive. Here's Daniels. Lutz lost it. Daniels going behind the back, but Gibson stayed right with him. James right on Arenas. Arenas for 3. Way off.
No. Ill-advised shot. And you know what? He can't explode off that left knee. And he's settling for jump shots right there.
And Agent Zero seeing a 0 up on the shot clock. Time runs out on that possession as Gilbert hears it from the crowd. Cavs take a timeout. Look at the scoring rundown. Adrinas Ilgauskas leads the way for the Cavs with 10 points. LeBron James with 9, along with 6 assists. And Antoine Jamison, 4 of 10 from the field. 9 points. High man for the Wizards. Cavaliers with a 43-38 lead. Sean Stevenson again defending on LeBron James. Gibson, he took a shot from Jamison.
And Jamison was off balance as he was trying to get to Boobie Gibson. But you never want to foul a jump shooter.
And it was in 3-point territory, so Gibson to the line for 3 free throws. We'll step away for a moment. Let's send it to Ernie Johnson back in our Atlanta studios. Ernie.
Thank you, Marv. Southwest Airlines game break coming up at the half. Magic, Charles, and Kenny all here to break down the first 24 minutes. And later, game 2 of our playoff double dip. Game 2 between the Jazz and the Rockets. Kevin Harlan and Doug Collins will be calling that one. Now, back to the cue, guys.
All right, Ernie.
Huge game for the Rockets. Down at home.
That's the second of our playoff doubleheader. And the Cavaliers. Here is Jamison. And that was deflected short. James's pass nearly picked off.
2 minutes to play.
Ilgauskas with the tip. And the Wizards bench looking for an offensive foul.
Well, and I think Coach Jordan is looking for a travel on Zadrunas right there. I don't know how any player, I don't care how tall, can get from the 3-point line to the rim without a dribble.
Quick feet.
Okay.
12-2 run here by Cleveland. And the Wizards give it right back. The 7th turnover. Cleveland has 6 minutes and a half to play in the first half. James feeding Gilbert Arenas along, Deshaun Stevenson along the baseline.
No, that was Gilbert Arenas, and I don't know if Gilbert wanted to pick up his 3rd foul or not, but he's too small to guard LeBron down low anyways.
Here is Butler.
The pressing.
Washington at 39% from the field. Here's Serbiak. The Cavaliers are rolling. They're up by 14. A 16-2 run. And a pushing foul.
How about Wally Serbiak, 2 of 10 in game 1. Limited action tonight, 10 points. You know he's known for his jump shot, but right here, taking the ball off the dribble with the little finger roll.
Foul is called on LeBron James. That's his 2nd. And Wally Serbiak takes a seat, as does Adrinas Ilgauskas. And Wallace coming on. Serbiak leads with 10 points. Kevin Brown is back. Biggest lead of the night. Cavaliers by 14. Now West defending on Arenas, who goes behind his back. And just flips one up. Butler gets to it. Crowd wanted to push on Butler. It's once again getting very rough out there.
Well, it's getting very rough out here, but if I'm Eddie Jordan at halftime, I got to tell my guys to regroup, because right now you've got 3 guys just putting their head down and just going to the rim. There's no a semblance of the offense. Arenas has his head down. Karan has his head down, as well as Jamison.
Foul committed by Joe Smith. So Karan Butler to the line. He's hit 2 of 2. Wizards have struggled at the line. National coverage of the NBA playoffs continues tomorrow on NBA TV. Game 2 between the Raptors and Magic. Friday on ESPN2, Game 3, Pistons and Sixers. What a stunner that was last night at the Palace, with the 76ers coming from 15 down to beat Detroit. Also Friday on ESPN, Game 3 of the Hornets and the Mavericks, followed by Game 3 of the Spurs and Suns. Coverage starts 7 o'clock Eastern Time. And then Sunday on ABC, Game 4 of the Cavs and the Wizards, followed by Game 4 between the Spurs and the Suns. All begins at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Nick Young, the rookie from University of Southern Cal, first-round draft pick for Washington, has checked in for the first time. Ilgauskas with 7 on the shot clock. We're down to 10 seconds left in the quarter. Here's James putting a move on Young and draws the foul. LeBron heads back to the line. The foul on Young.
And that's a rookie foul right there. His first postseason action right here. And LeBron easily could have pulled up for a 3, but he understood that he had the rookie on him. Put your head down. Make him foul you.
LeBron is 5 of 7 at the line. And the shuffling continues with Mike Brown doing his offensive-defensive shuffle with just 7.9 left in this first half.
You know, if LeBron knocks this down, take it to a 13-point lead. If I'm Eddie Jordan, that's very manageable with the weapons he has offensively.
Well, you say weapons, but in bad shot selection, Gilbert Arenas has not helped matters in his time here in the first half. Playing hurt, obviously. Here's Butler. And it is a 13-point Cleveland lead at halftime as the Cavs end the half on a 17-4 run. How about Washington? Just one field goal the last 6 minutes. And they shoot just 36% from the field in the first half, 15 of 41, while the Cavaliers 19 for 39, 49%. And the Cavs led by the combination of LeBron James and Zydrunas Ilgauskas, both with 12 points. Let's go to Marty Snyder.
And it was a 17-6 run there at the end of the half, and the Wizards started off so fast there, Zydrunas. What did you guys change up to kind of take over this game?
I think we got more aggressive defensively. You know, they started denying our corners. They fronted the post, made it really hard for us to get into our offensive sets. And, you know, we got some stops, got some easy transition baskets. And I think guys were just a little too pumped up. We just relaxed and started playing basketball.
This has been a rough game. Is it possible that's more physical than game 1?
You know, guys are playing hard, so there's going to be some hard fouls. There's no, you know, you just got to move on with that. I mean, you can't take a chance of getting suspended or hurting your team, so you pick yourself up and then go right back at them.
All right, thanks.
You're welcome.
All right, after a quick break, we'll go to our Atlanta studios for the T-Mobile halftime report with Ernie, Kenny, Charles, and Magic.